Hi, I'm Anna Loron. Revenge, it's best served with a side of exposed lies and a sprinkle of justice. As the morning sun warms my food truck, steam rises from my grandmother's signature coq au vin. My hands work instinctively, muscle memory honed from years spent by her side in our cozy French kitchen. Cooking isn't about perfection, Grandmère used to say. It's about love, truth, and tradition. A customer's voice snaps me from my memories. This is incredible. You should have your own restaurant. That's how I met Kevin. It started with him sampling my bourbon bread pudding at a festival booth, followed by coffee, dinner, and eventually a ring. My family's going to adore you, he promised. Mom owned restaurants, and my sister Rachel is an amazing food influencer. I believed him. I thought I was stepping into a family of food lovers, kindred spirits. That illusion shattered the first dinner at the Morgan Mansion. Diana Morgan, Kevin's mother, scrutinized my every move like a hawk eyeing prey. Rachel, her darling daughter, spent the evening posting photos of store-bought pastries she passed off as her own. "Did you really make this yourself?" Diana asked, her eyebrows arched high as she poked at my rustic appetizer. "Mom, stop," Kevin laughed nervously. "Anna's food is amazing." But I saw it in Diana's eyes, the threat detection. A real chef could expose Rachel's polished but fraudulent foodie empire. Later, Marco, an old friend and food critic, warned me. The Morgans control half the restaurants in this city. Diana's got critics in her pocket. Be careful. Jessica, another food blogger, showed me Rachel's Instagram. "Look at these original recipes. They're stolen from small chefs who can't fight back." Kevin defended them at first. They're just protecting their reputation. But over time, I watched my once supportive fiancé morph into Diana's obedient puppet. The final blow came with the announcement of an upcoming dinner party for the city's top food critics. Rachel will showcase her latest creations, Diana said smugly. I could help, I offered. Diana's icy glare cut through me. "Darling, this is a professional event. Why don't you just observe?" Kevin said nothing, suddenly engrossed in his phone. That night, Jessica sent me Rachel's latest post, a picture of my grandmother's coq au vin, rebranded as Rachel's innovative fusion recipe. My blood boiled. "The critics will destroy her," I whispered. "No," Jessica said grimly. "Diana owns them. Tomorrow's dinner would change everything." The Morgans thought they knew power, but they had no idea what was cooking. The Morgan Mansion's kitchen buzzed with pre-dinner chaos. I quietly plated my appetizers, prosciutto-wrapped figs drizzled with a honey lavender glaze. Rachel stormed in, her face red. "Mom, she's making her own dishes. This wasn't the plan." Diana appeared, her expression thunderous. "What is this?" she snapped, eyeing my tray. "Just a little something extra," I said innocently. The critics arrived early, gathering with Diana in the corner. I watched thick envelopes discreetly exchange hands. Divine as always, Rachel, one critic gushed over her store-bought pâté. Then my appetizers hit the floor. Whispers turned to murmurs, then genuine praise. Phones emerged to snap photos. "This is exquisite," a younger critic said. "Who made these?" Before Rachel could answer, an older critic spoke up. "This has Laurent finesse. Did you study under Madame Laurent in Paris?" "She was my grandmother," I said quietly. Diana's wine glass shattered against the marble floor. "You attention-seeking little snake," she hissed. "How dare you upstage Rachel?" Kevin appeared at her side. "Mom, maybe." "Choose," Diana snapped. "Your wife's amateur hour or your family's legacy." Kevin wouldn't meet my eyes. Fighting tears, I fled to the garden. My phone buzzed. Rachel's Instagram, featuring my signature figs captioned as another original creation. Through the bathroom window, I overheard Diana and Rachel. "She's ruining everything," Rachel whined. "The food truck needs to go," Diana said coldly. "We have connections at the health department. Remember the Thai place that competed with Rachel's pop-up?" Sophia, the housekeeper, found me sitting among the roses. "You're not the first they've crushed," she said softly. Rachel failed out of culinary school. Diana paid the dean to call it a family emergency. Diana Morgan thrives on silence. Speak up and you disappear. My phone buzzes again. A headline from a local food blog. "Rising star chef Rachel Morgan stuns critics with innovative winter menu." I stifle a bitter laugh. The critics praised her overcooked salmon with standing ovations. Diana beamed. Kevin smirked at me, squeezing my shoulder just a little too hard. Family knows best, babe, he whispered. Stay in your lane. Across the room, the young critic who complimented my figs caught my eye and gave a subtle shake of his head. Fear. Diana's iron grip was on full display, her victory lap in motion. Rachel inherited my culinary genius, Diana boasted. Her pointed glare added the unspoken. Some people should stick to food trucks, if they last. The threat hung heavy as I slipped outside. Later, Sophia, the housekeeper, handed me a folder. Why help me? I asked. They destroy my daughter's bakery, she said quietly. Diana blacklisted her into bankruptcy. Inside the folder, evidence of health code bribes, stolen recipes, and deliberate sabotage of competing restaurants. My phone buzzed again. Kevin's text was short and cruel. Change the locks on your food truck storage unit. For the best, babe. Family meeting tomorrow about your future. I thought of Grandmare's words. In cooking, timing is everything. Diana thought she'd won. She thought she protected Rachel's fake empire, but she just handed me the key ingredient for revenge. Proof. The next morning, I played my part perfectly. Apologies. Smiles. Deference. Over coffee, Sophia slid more files into my lap while pretending to clean. Receipts for payoffs to health inspectors. Photos of filthy restaurant kitchens. Emails about competitor sabotage. There's more in the basement storage, she whispered. That night, Marco met me behind my food truck. Got something big, he said. Rachel's taking kickbacks from suppliers. Cheap, contaminated ingredients sold at premium prices. That's why their seafood tastes off and why 3 people got food poisoning last month. Diana buried the reports. Evidence began piling up. A former line cook contacted me through Sophia. Rachel came in after closing to photograph our dishes, then claimed them as her own, he said. Diana made us sign NDAs. Hidden phone recordings captured family meetings. Diana snapped, handle it. When Kevin mentioned health inspectors asking questions about shellfish. Like you handled that Vietnamese place downtown? He asked. Already done, Diana said coldly. Fire accident scheduled for next week. Rachel whined. That new fusion place is stealing my customers. Don't worry, princess. Diana soothed. Their pipes might have an unfortunate leak soon. I stayed in character, the perfect, defeated wife. You're right, Kevin, I said. I should learn from Rachel. He bought it completely. Finally, Mom will be so pleased. More evidence poured in. Financial records revealed payments to nearly every major food critic in town. Former employees shared stories. Rachel couldn't tell basil from oregano, one said. We had to pre-measure everything. Diana threatened my family when I refused to let Rachel claim my signature dish, another added. The young critic who praised my figs reached out. They're blackmailing all of us, he admitted. I'm ready to talk. A USB drive appeared in my locker. Surveillance footage of Diana handing envelopes to health inspectors. The Food Network segment films next week, Kevin announced proudly. Rachel's doing your grandmother's coq au vin. I smiled sweetly. She'll do it justice, I'm sure. Marco built the case. 5 destroyed restaurants, 20 bought critics, hundreds of stolen recipes. Diana's hubris grew. See how much better things are when you behave, she said. Rachel posted yet another stolen recipe. My grandmother's tart tatin, calling it her latest creation. The rage simmered, but I stayed cool. Timing is everything. The Food Network cameras rolled as Rachel stumbled through her coq au vin demonstration. Meanwhile, my evidence detonated across every major food publication. Rising star Rachel Morgan exposed, stolen recipes and fake credentials. Morgan family under investigation for health code violations and criminal conspiracy. My phone exploded. First, Rachel, you backstabbing snake. Then Diana. You'll regret this. Finally, Kevin. We can fix this. Please call me. Marco's expose that hit hardest. Surveillance footage of restaurant sabotage, proof of critic payoffs, documents revealing Rachel's culinary school expulsion. The Food Network segment shifted to breaking news coverage as Rachel crumbled on live TV. When asked about the stolen recipes, I didn't hesitate. Those Vietnamese restaurant owners you burned out? I texted Kevin, along with every chef whose recipes Rachel had swiped. They're suing, I added. Health inspectors swarmed the Morgan family restaurants, real ones this time, not Diana's puppets. The violations? They went on longer than Rachel's fake recipe book. Morgan family restaurants shut down amid a health crisis. Social media star Rachel Morgan watched as her follower count plummeted 80%. The bot networks exposed. 5 years flashed by. My food truck, a tribute to Grand Mayor's legacy, became a sensation. Authentic food, real reviews. Diana's empire crumbled, piece by piece, as their restaurants were sold off to cover the mounting lawsuits. Rachel's cookbook deal, canceled. Her influencer career, dead. I couldn't help but laugh when I heard her bitter voice on my voicemail. This is all your fault. Kevin, living in his parents' guest room, his financial career ruined by association, tried one last time. Babe, we can fix this. Family means forgiveness. I deleted his message while sorting through applications for my new restaurant's apprentice program. Young chefs eager to learn the right way. Diana's final attempt came through her lawyer. In light of recent hardships, a reconciliation could benefit all parties. My response was swift. I opened my restaurant in their former flagship location, rebranding it with truth, time, and authenticity. Today, I teach the art of real cooking to passionate students. No shortcuts, no lies, no stolen glory. Just real food. Honest work. One of my youngest apprentices asks, Chef Laurent, is it true the Morgans tried to steal your recipes? I smile, thinking of grandmère. The best recipes can't be stolen. They're passed down with love and earned through hard work. The real food critics rave about my cuisine now. Every review praises how truth, like a perfect sauce, eventually comes to light. Rachel's stuck working at a drive-thru. Diana's blacklisted from every restaurant association. Kevin's living proof that karma, like overcooked fish, is hard to swallow. The Morgans are trying to open a new restaurant, Marco casually mentions during dinner service. Good luck, I say with a laugh. Their only authentic dish is a serving of lies. My restaurant's full every night, not with bought reviews or stolen recipes, but with real food and honest success. They wanted to ban me from the kitchen, but instead, they gave me the ingredients for the perfect revenge. And like Grandmère always said, the secret ingredient is justice, served cold with a side of karma. Have you ever been forced to watch someone steal your passion and talent, while others praise their fake success? What would you do? Speak up immediately and risk everything, or play the long game like Anna did. Tell me about a time when you had to choose between keeping the peace and standing up for your truth. Would you let someone claim your life's work as their own to maintain family harmony?